Hold on, don't say nothing yet.
Welcome back to Bite the
No,
Topic.
no, no, don't
This
say nothing
is
yet. Don't say nothing yet because I gotta make sure our Instagram is tapped in. Okay, cool. Hold on. Now I gotta make sure that our Instagram crowd, because niggas been telling me like, yo, Jack, y'all be starting when it's like 5 minutes into the episode. I'm like,
yeah. But listen,
I
when
got
they're watching it on
okay.
YouTube, they need to hear "Welcome back to Bite the Topic"
Yeah,
with King
yeah, yeah.
Capone and Jack Dance.
Okay, cool. We
We
lit
had a
on
couple weeks
Instagram. Let's
off.
go.
We had a couple weeks off. Jack been all over the world, sending me pictures with the RZA, Smizza, and the Frizza. Leon Thomas.
The Queensiest.
Man, you really been putting in work, man. What was you doing? You sent me a picture with the RZA. Tell me about it.
So damn, we ain't did this in a couple of weeks, right? So like last week, I was home and I was in New York. I was handling a little business. Shout out to my brother Ron Stu. Ron Stu, who is like the senior vice president of promotion and marketing for Warner, was acknowledged as a Billboard, what they call it. Damn, my mind can't think right now. Power player. Yeah. Cool. My nigga, my brother, Ron Stu, the glue, was acknowledged as a Billboard power player. So I was in New York just like with him, just like, just celebrating and just because me and Ron like got a long history and at the end of the day, like I'm the type of person that like my brother's successes is mine too. So I was in New York celebrating that with Ron. So we went to the Billboard party. The Billboard party was in a private event space in Brooklyn. And so I'm just thinking like, okay, cool. I'm just here with Ron celebrating. I don't really know. And I know Billboard, like Billboard is pretty cool, or whatever. And so I'm in there. So first of all, I wasn't on the list. So I had to like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I'm a party crasher. So I just like, Ron was like, yo, just come to the red carpet right now, slip in. I'm like, okay, cool. This is what I've always done. I just make sure I get in the room. I make sure I get in the fucking room. I'm in the room. Boom.
Man, let me leak his pictures. This is him and the RZA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got my man with Leon Thomas.
Yeah. So
I see he's out there with the chef.
Oh yeah. Shalai Raekwon. That's a fact. I don't see the pictures, but cool. Anyway, so we in there. You got Omarion in there. He just signed his deal last week. You got the RZA. You got Jello was in there. I talked to him for a second. You
Jello
got
Ball?
Yeah.
He got any new music coming out?
I ain't talked to him about that. I just talked to him about doing our show with Ray Daniels. And he was like, yeah, for sure. When I come to Atlanta, shout it. He's, whatever. I talked to Leon for a long bit. I got like me and Leon talked for a bit. Leon, I ain't gonna lie, as important as Leon is right now to R&B and to everything, Leon is really one of the most down to earth, like just cool niggas. And I gotta give a shout out to my brother Sean Barron, who I've known Sean probably for about at least 10 or 15 years when he was working at Atlantic, when he signed Ty Dolla $ign. And I used to go do meetings with him in LA. And now he got like arguably the biggest R&B artist in the world right now. And Ty Dolla $ign still, and then whatever else they got coming. So I want to give a shout out to Sean Barron because that takes a lot of like discipline. That takes a lot. So anyway, so the highlight of the night. So, we in there, we eating, like they got little hors d'oeuvres and all that type of shit. And it was an open bar, whatever. So I saw Steve Rifkin walking with the RZA, with Raekwon and Capadonna. So like in my mind, I'm like, okay, I don't usually. Is that
who that was in the picture with Raekwon? That was Capadonna?
Yeah, with the Versace jacket on.
I ain't seen him in a minute.
Yeah. So I saw, so in my mind, I'm like, I'm not really like I've been around everybody, right? Like literally I've been around everybody. And I'm not a starstruck nigga, but like these like in my trajectory, in my career trajectory, in my life trajectory, like these was important niggas because like I listened to a lot of Wu-Tang growing up. Especially Capadonna and Raekwon. So I'm like, damn. But they went right to the VIP. They wasn't like mingling with everybody. So we in there with like Gail Hansen, who was like senior vice president. We in there with Carl, who was like a senior, like top of like R&B for Billboard. We in there with all of these people. And I'm just like, damn, like if I don't do nothing else tonight, I gotta get a picture with the RZA. I gotta get a picture with the Wu-Tang.
You got to.
That was just my goal. Like, I gotta do this for Baisley. Like you know, Baisley has a big 5% population, and I just know I'm like, and I ain't even put up my recap video, nothing yet. I just say like, I gotta do this for Baisley. I gotta get a picture with the Wu-Tang, and I did that. And then you know with Leon,
shout out cuz T-Dot
who that
in the chat.
Who?
Shout out Big Duke. What's going on, Duke?
Who?
We got big, you know, Big Dookie, the homie, the big homie.
Oh,
Big
Dookie, what up, bro? Yeah. So now, you know, I got a picture with you know, I didn't even just get a picture. Like I built with the RZA for like at least about 3 minutes. I built with the RZA, I built with Capadonna, I built with Raekwon. Shout out to Scram Jones. Scram, I told Ray, I'm like, yo, I was just talking about you the other night with my brother Scram. Scram Jones is one of the first producers that ever gave me an opportunity to do anything. So I'm always indebted to Scram Jones, and he had Ghostface first single that just came out. But anyway.
Wait a minute. While we talking about music, let me just hit this real quick. While you
yeah, hit me.
We can't forget about this. I know this got to be big to you. Like this should be on your calendar.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Mobb Deep. New. You ain't heard?
I thought you was about to play something.
No. Have you heard the new Mobb Deep?
I didn't give a listen to it yet, but I know that.
Well, the whole album ain't out, but
yeah, I know that they're coming. I know that they're coming. So let me just say this. Let me just say this. Because
official Queensbridge murderers don't say nothing crazy.
Yeah. Let me just say this because you know, obviously people know who I've been affiliated with it for the last 2 to 3 years with Ray Daniels, and he's been very critical of Queen's music, specifically Nas.
Who has?
Ray has. And I think in a couple of conversations.
Do you agree with him?
Of course not.
Okay.
Never. He's been a little bit critical about specifically Queen's music, and maybe that might be because I'm just so Queens. I'm the Queensiest. But let me explain something to you.
Now, either your camera is super crispy or you still got whatever that was you was drinking on your lips.
Oh, shit.
Goddamn lips off.
So I'm investing into our business, and I just bought this DJI Pocket 3, and this is the first time I'm using this camera. So if you see me looking,
you look like you in 3D, and niggas might think you light skin now. You went from dark skin to light skin.
Shit, right? It got some bleaching. Pouring on
brought
here.
You 6 shades up. You done went from the Houthi.
Shit.
What was it? The Houthi and the other tribe that was fighting over the you just
Tootsies and Hutus.
You a Tootsie now.
Nah. I'm a beautiful nigga regardless, right? I'm the Queensiest. But anyway, but so like I was saying, like a lot of people, especially Ray, and even though deep down in Ray loves and respects Nas, that's what everybody does not understand. They look at the clips. I know what we talk about behind the scenes. Nas is probably right now, in my opinion, the most important hip hop artist out of New York. And why? Not just because he came back.
You gotta stop.
No, I'm gonna tell you.
I've been getting hate mail lately because I keep letting you say all this Queen shit like y'all, like these niggas really like that. Nas is
Nigga,
good.
what?
I'm just saying, Nas is
Listen. Queens is the most important town, city, borough, or specific fact.
And you know what? I'm starting to
realize.
realize that our show is a little bit like Joe and Jada's a little bit. Where Fat Joe just be coming up with the craziest shit.
Listen, I'm not capping about nothing. Listen, in my humble opinion,
okay,
in my expert opinion, shout out to Math. Queens is the most important city, borough.
Don't say in the world, please.
No.
Maybe
chill. Let me do this. Queens is the most important city, borough, town in the history of fucking rap music. In the history, the entire history of rap music, and not just because of what we did in the past, but we gotta look at what's happened this year. Nas has opened, so look at what happened in the past 5 years. So, in addition to the new Queens artists, shout out to Zed Will, shout out to Kaya Baby, shout out to Sami Bin Laden, shout out to Fab Dawn, shout out to Deezy, shout out to Jaffe, shout out to Ox, shout out to Lex 911, shout out to Kaya Baby, right? Shout out to whoever's doing music, Q Bondo, my nephew, right? So what Nas did was he went and said, "Hey,
damn, we left out my niggas.
Oh,
Skinner Browns.
Oh, shout out to Skinner Bronze. Oh, I can't do that then. Shout out to Skinner Bronze. Shout out to L Sparks. Shout out to Super
I
Cool.
Can't wait to talk to Real. Tell him what.
Shout out to Baisley La. I can't. Yeah, my bad. You know I'm a Baisley nigga always. So I'm always gonna
represent for my nigga Real when he ain't here because I fuck with.
Shout out to Ellie. Right. So the most important thing that Nas has done in the last 10 years, in addition to him, right, releasing his own music and winning the Grammy and then bringing a spotlight on quote unquote old rappers coming back and making music and being relevant, right? What Nas also did was he said, hey, Slick Rick, Ghostface, Raekwon, shout out to Stacey Barth, my sister, on One Life on Raekwon's album. Right, we still pumping that. Shout out to Scram Jones. Shout out to my nigga Kalish. Right, Mobb Deep. I think De La Soul and I think Nas. Right. He said, "Hey, why I got the attention, or I know I can get the attention. Let me come back and let me just create this rollout for all of these important artists that need to be heard." And I think that is the most impactful.
Keep it 1,000. That's really just old nigga shit.
Yeah, cool.
Like only the old niggas really care about that right now because the young niggas don't give a damn about these old niggas rapping.
Right, but I feel like I don't know what his plans are besides helping build or expand this like $1 billion casino in Queens. Okay, cool, right? But I feel like what Nas is doing is he's gonna pay homage to the past. And then now next year, I feel like he's going to pay homage to the present. And then I feel like the next year, he's going to pay homage to the future. I feel like it's going to be like a 3 to 4 year plan.
I ain't going to lie. I'm about to go to sleep on the Nas accolades. Niggas want to know about Young Thug, man.
What?
The world talking about Young Thug right now.
Okay.
I need to know, did you watch that Big Bank interview?
Of course. Big Bang is the homie. Of course I did.
I know you know these niggas.
What's your opinion on what I think? Well, I'm as you tell me all the time. I'm an Atlanta nigga now, allegedly.
Yeah. Right? I don't want.
But what are your thoughts on?
I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Y'all got a real OG in Big Bang.
Big Bang is one.
That nigga's
Big
a real
Bang is
OG.
one of the most respected, most intelligent.
I could tell. I don't gotta know that nigga
in Atlanta history. And
I don't gotta know him.
When you around a nigga, like he got great presence.
I see why he was picked because he really asked Thug some tough questions that I think everybody
and only he can ask that.
This is whoever watching this right now. This is the street segment. So if you're waiting to hear something really analytical and smart and conscious raising, this is the segment. We gotta get the Young Thug thing out the way, but I was glad he asked him the few questions that he asked him. Like,
What do you feel like was the most important question that Big Bank? What was the most important that King Capone, feels like Big Bank asked Young Thug? What, in your opinion, was the most important?
I respected the fact that he asked him a few good questions. One of them was what really changed, what really shaped his mental state, like for Young Thug to be like that. And when he talked about his big brother and him dying, I know that.
Him getting killed in the dice game or whatever that shit was.
I got a few family members that had big brothers killed, and that shit that pain don't never go away. So I understand when Young Thug say 8 years old, he watched his brother take his last breath in front of him, and that kind of molded like, okay, this is what the streets about. You know what I mean? That was a great question, but another question that he asked him, I mean, it put you in a mental state of, at least he not fake. At least he not faking. But another great question that he asked him, I think the best one, was after he beat this RICO case, which is something that people normally don't do. Why did you get the fucking off on the internet and tweeting niggas, and like, you supposed to carry it on the exact same way you was carrying on while you was locked up when you get free. You know what I mean? You're not just beating a RICO case every day. So now that you beat it, why are you antagonizing? And you know what I mean? When Atlanta PD is running a movie on your life right now, just because you beat the case don't mean they done following you. They're gonna follow you and listen to everything you say and find the next crime they can book you for,
or find something to try to violate his probation.
And he already did. If he's on probation, he could get violated off the shit he said, because
it's possible, right?
He said that he told his man to take that plea. He said, I told him to take the plea, and I couldn't tell Savage that on the phone because that would have sent me to jail. I don't know why you're not thinking that could get you violated. But it was plain to see that even though Young Thug is smart, he's still really young in the mind. You know what I mean? I mean, he seemed like he'd be a good friend to have if he was into the streets. But
I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I never was really totally a street nigga. I mean, I've danced with wolves my entire life. My family was street niggas. A lot of my friends were street niggas, and I just.
So you really a civilian?
Yeah, I guess. Cool. Yeah, I'm a civilian. I was always the smart nigga. I was always the one like, hey, Danny, like, you the one, like, if we get the bread, like, let's figure out what we doing. Like, the best thing for us to do, or whatever, right? Cool. I don't have no regrets about that. But what I feel like from my perspective with this interview, the thing that I feel like I can relate to Young Thug with the most is like the betrayal.
Yeah.
And
that was deep.
And it's not because, like, I never was in no situation where like niggas betray me and it cost me anything per se. But I have been in relationships in my life with niggas that I thought like we did so much together. We fucked bitches together. We did crimes together. When niggas was broke, we ate together. We shared sandwiches. We shared chicken wings and French fries, whatever. And I feel like, and then like at some point in our lives, they did some sucker shit, right? And it wasn't even, it might not even be the equivalent of testifying, or it might not be the equivalent of
some shit that mentally you can't get over.
Like, bro, like I gotta take my glasses off for this. It's just some shit like, bro, like we done been through all of this shit together, right? And now we up in age, and you wait till now to do some crab shit like this, right? So I when he shed tears about that, like, I ain't gonna lie, it made me shed tears a little bit too, because it's a few niggas in my life that I did all these things with. Like we did all of these things together, and like I feel like,
Let me ask you this: Have you been
go ahead.
unreasonable in? Have you been unreasonable in forgiving them, or are they? Do they even look? Are they
I
looking
don't
for
think I
forgiveness?
have. Because to me, if you make an infraction against your brother, the first thing you got to do is admit it. And the one or two people that I'm thinking about in my mind, they have not even been able to be courageous enough to come to me and say, "Yo, Jack, I'm wrong. This is what I did wrong." Period. Right
Do you know what their
now,
view is, and do you empathize
I've
with what
heard
their
their
view
view.
is?
I've heard their view, but I've heard their view through other people's lenses, right? And to me, that's also crap.
Right.
Because it's like, if you got my number, if you got the same number that you could call me and ask me, yo, Jack, send me $100, send me $500, send me $1,000, pay my phone bill, do this, I need that, I want to start a business. The same fucking breath that niggas can come and ask me to do something, the same fucking breath that a nigga could call me and say, hey, Jack, I was wrong about something. I don't think that I handled this correctly. I see that this affected our relationship. Can you give me some insight into like what you thought about this so we can correct this? But niggas don't feel like they have to do that. So when Thug kind of went into that part of the interview, I felt that. Cause I'm like, these is niggas that like, if someone would have asked these people, asked this nigga, some of these people 20 years ago, like, yo, where do you see yourself in 20 years? They're gonna say they have said, not even would have said, hey, Jack is gonna be that nigga and I'm gonna be right there next to him. Jack is gonna be doing something cause I've always been like the brains of like niggas that I fuck with. Jack is gonna be doing something and I'm gonna be right there next to him in whatever capacity. I'm gonna be next to him and we're gonna be winning, right? And now they're not, and I am. So that is frustrating to know that.
I understand that. It's but the whole young thug thing, I think is it's still playing out. So I don't think I'm gonna make a final call on it just yet. But I did. The next biggest thing that I'm seeing on my screen, and I don't know if you've seen it, is this Charlie Kirk thing.
I don't see nothing on the screen. I don't know.
Well, no, not on the screen. I'm talking about on my phone screen as I scroll.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hey, you called me.
Hey, listen, hey guys, we're looking for interns. We're looking for someone who can co-produce the show with us. We're looking for graphic designers. We're looking for editors. And if you feel like you want to do that, you feel like you fuck with what we're doing and you want to do that, tap into Mia Capone or tap into Bite the Topic at Gmail and let's make some shit happen. I want to make other people winners too. Yeah.
I got my homie from India in the chat, man. He a big stepper, man. Mandeep. What up, Mandeep?
Mandeep.
He said, "What's up, my 1738 buddy?"
Whoa.
His name is
what
Mandeep.
What did you say his name is? Mandeep.
It's Mandeep.
Okay, listen. Let me tell you something funny. I had somebody.
Do you be around? Wait a minute. Before you say that, do you be around a lot of Indian people?
Yeah. I went to Newtown High School.
Are always like Gulpreet.
Yeah. They got some weird shit. Right. Listen. Let me tell you something. Listen, I'm telling you. There was a dude. I went to Newtown. I graduated in 2000 and something. Right. It was a dude, and his name was Gagan, Gagan, Deep. That nigga, he like his name was Gagan Deep. He had the most ayo name in the history of high school graduations. Because when they said that shit, like in graduation, like, oh, salute to Gagan Deep. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Gagan Deep, what the fuck?
You called me and you asked me, you said, Capone, who is this Charlie Kirk person? But what you didn't do is you didn't say nothing after that. And you sent me a clip. So you set me up. As soon as I got off work, I clicked the clip and the most shocking thing happened. He got shot in the neck.
Yeah.
I don't want to weigh in on like if somebody care or don't care, but I will say I'm seeing the craziest shit. Like somebody made a t-shirt with a guy getting shot in the neck and it said debate this.
That's
I'm
not
like,
cool.
that's crazy, man. And I guess where I'm finna go with this is we at a place now, and that make me think about it because me and you come on here and we say shit all the time every week. You gotta be careful what you say. And you said this the first time when we started, you said you have people who have been mad at you or maybe even not even talk to you over some of your ideas before.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
Block
And
me, all
blocked
types
you,
of
all
shit.
that. So I'm saying here it is now. We moving into the era where somebody might pop you in your neck.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Over
listen,
your thoughts, just
or
because you think a
a
certain
nigga
way.
might see you in public and just hook off or you stall on you.
Let's see. We got Markel Main on here. He got a comment. Let's check him out. He
I
say,
want listen, guys. I want more of y'all to actually come
hold
on
on,
with
Jack.
us.
Let me
Like,
read. Let me read this first.
okay, go
Before we
ahead.
do
Leave
it.
his comment.
He say, as a younger cat in this world, is my perspective wrong for saying motherfuckers willing to change up on you over some sucker shit? I feel like I've got some solid friends where I know we can go to war with my life. Open this up. I should have opened it before. But as you look around in this world, this shit crazy, scary out here. Envy and jealousy a motherfucker when we chasing the same goals in life. Why does it got to be competition? That's a great question because I don't care. The only person that's never going to compete with you is probably, man, it's hard to say a woman, but it's only one person I know of that's not going to compete with you fully, and that's your dad. Your
Well, my
dad
dad is deceased.
so is mine. But your father is the only one man in the world that want to actually see you win. And unless you got some pretty good mentors, then it's that too. But other than that, I think it's Markel. It's just like a nature in everybody. It's like when a guy break up with his girlfriend and she see his new boyfriend, they like, look at this sucker. He's stupid ass looking ass nigga. Like he may just be a decent guy, but the competition is everywhere you go. If somebody about to cut you in line or somebody about to pull in a parking spot, like you can't, it's every inch of your life is a competition. You know what I'm saying? And it just doesn't go away. You got to find a couple solid friends that you really trust that really halfway feel like they want you to win. I just don't think another man can totally want you to win over them. They may want you to win too, but they want you to win on a slight level just under them, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I've experienced that like with like people that I grew up with, like from my hood. I feel like, people have their favorites that they want to win, and then like people like I've always been a person, anybody, and I swear to God, anybody that's ever been around me from pre-K to like, college, a lot of people been around me knew that I was gonna win. Something was gonna work for me, right? But then there's always been people in the silent like, well, fuck Jack, fuck Danny. Like, I don't want him to win. But the resiliency of how I am, I was never gonna let that happen, right? So I feel like, with that being said, that people have to understand like the power that they have. And I feel like if you grew up in an environment, like I grew up in a bad environment. However, where I grew up at Baisley Projects, Baisley, Southside Jamaica, Queens, I grew up in an environment of men that believed in themselves and whatever they did, protecting themselves, whatever type of enterprises they was into, they believed in themselves totally and efficiently, and they did whatever they did. And I think the difference is like if you didn't grow up in an environment and you didn't see people winning and you didn't see people like thriving on some level, good, bad, ugly, legal, illegal, whatever, then you may think like, damn, there's nothing else for me in this world. And I
Back
think
to
that's
this,
the biggest. Go ahead. Go ahead.
to this Charlie Kirk point, because it's a message off of this I want to get into. Because like I got sons, man, and they post the craziest shit. I think one of my sons just posted on his Facebook, I thought it was legal to beat your hoe. Like,
Oh, Your
try to
son
tell.
posted that?
I mean, he grown, but he can do whatever he want to
Damn.
do. I can't control him. Not man. He ain't 17 living in my house. You know, he a grown man, 27.
Damn.
So, and you know, he live where he live and he posts what he posts. But
Okay, cool.
I want
That's
him to know
not
that.
cool, but
Right. I'm saying I
okay.
want him to know, like, this is the same thing with this Charlie Kirk thing. I get it. Some black people didn't like him. I know nobody gay like
But
him.
he didn't deserve to die.
Not like that. I mean, not in front of his family. So what I'm saying is, we live in a society where now what you think about somebody else could get you killed. You know what I mean?
That's
like
a sad thing.
You can't
That's
have
not.
your
That's
own
not
perspective.
cool. That's not
why
cool.
That's why you can't get you can't get nothing genuine out of nobody though. It's like
That's not. That is totally not cool. Because
if you say the wrong thing, and it's the thing, people may not kill you, but they'll never forget what you said. And
or they'll figure out a way to punish you otherwise.
Right.
Because
They don't want you
death is
around.
the ultimate punishment. But there are also other punishment. You can cancel a motherfucker. But my thing is, if you really think about it, right?
White dude at my job said the cancel is fake and it ain't real. I'll try
Fuck
25
him.
minutes
But anyway,
to explain.
But
to
if
him
you really,
real.
if you really think about it, right? Like, and not even on, because I'm gonna be really honest with you, and I may sound like niggas may say like I'm like whatever, but I've never heard of this nigga Charlie Kirk before yesterday, ever.
Yeah. Okay.
So maybe I'm just like in the cloud.
Did you like go look at any of his like clips, his viral clips?
I went back and looked, and then Ray posted something like no, because Ray's a geek, so Ray he watches everything. I don't have the patience for that.
What was his spin on it? What was his take?
He was like, nobody should ever be killed for how they feel about something. Because
exactly,
God forbid, niggas would kill Ray over that, over what he feels about something. And I would never want that to happen. So my point in that, just in that sentiment, is that
right. That's the only thing.
That like Charlie Kirk, like you have to think about him, even if he didn't have views that we all respected or that we all tapped in with. Like, okay, what if a nigga would have killed Frederick Douglass the first time that he did a slave revolt or said something different? Or what if, they would have killed Sojourner Truth? Or what if they would have killed Harriet Tubman? What if they would have killed Martin Luther King, the first speech he made?
Kill somebody who has a message.
It's kind of equivalent.
Let me get this off real quick. When you kill somebody that got a message, you only kill the messenger. The message grows.
Right.
You cannot kill an idea. You can't kill an idea. Exactly. This is why the people like Al Qaeda and the Taliban, you can't kill. They've been bombing them for 50 years. You know why they can't kill them? Because every time you bomb somebody, daddy, he got 3 sons that want vengeance.
Right. And people feel like, okay, well, if they killed him, he had a message that was stronger than him. He had a message that they felt like they needed to try to silence, and it makes the message actually stronger. You're not really helping that.
What do you think we need to get out of this mindset that it has to be your way or death for someone? Or how do you think how do you think we got here?
I can't answer how we got here. I'm not gonna lie to you, Capone. Like I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Mm-hmm. Just the way that I grew up, like I didn't really start thinking about things like this until I became an adult.
Okay, that's respect. I respect that.
So a lot of times when these things are happening, mm-hmm. because of like how I grew up, and we're not gonna get into that like right at the second. We'll get into that like further down the line. I was taught and I was raised not to really have opinions on political things because I was taught that like.
Well, listen, I got something else that I want your opinion on, and I don't know if you'll be willing to. I don't know if you'll be willing to give it.
Shout out Keidra in here. Keidra is one of the top publicists in the entertainment business. That's my sister. She represents a lot of people. She's in here, so I just wanted to show her a little love because I see she tapped in. So
it's hard to ask you this question because I know you don't have kids, but maybe you can think for it. Maybe you can put yourself in the mindset.
I mean, I got a lot of sons in the street, and I got a lot of people, a lot of females that call me daddy in my life. So
that's been going on,
and I got god kids.
This thing that's been going on with Future. which basically is that Sierra changed his last name, his son's last name to Wilson, and they
I'm not
went to
jacking it.
they went to the U.S. Open, and that's how people figured out.
I
I've
ain't
been
jacking it.
debating this with a few people, and there are guys who are saying, "Well, if he ain't been
Ain't no
around,
well. I'm not jacking it. I ain't
why?
jacking that.
Why are you against it? It's interesting to me because you don't have kids, so I want to see where you're coming from. Because as a dad, I'm against it 1,000%. But as not a dad, tell me why the feeling behind why you feel that way.
Okay, I feel two ways about this, and I'm gonna give a real life example to kind of like I'm against it, but I'm not against it, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, cool. I'm against it because I feel like the child is being weaponized against Future, who I've met, who I've been around, who I know people that's around him. Shout out to my peoples that's around him. I'm not even gonna put him out there. That I know that he's a good dude. And he's a dude that handles business. And I feel like deep down inside that this that has happened is weaponization against his ego. I don't think that it's about the child. I think it's about what can I do that will help, that will maybe break the father, or that will humble him more, right? And he's not in a position of power to be like, to do anything about it right now, right? So I think that's whack, totally. Right? On that tangent, I'm gonna flip to the other side, because I had a dad, my dad, my father, right, that raised my brother. And anyone that knows my brother knows who my brother is. Raised my brother, and my brother did not know until he was fucking like 10 or 11 years old who his dad was. My dad raised my brother like his own. And then for whatever reason, my brother started to kind of like mentally turn against my dad and did some real foul, corny shit. And I feel like forsake my dad. And my dad raised my brother from maybe like 2 to like 10, right? Mm-hmm. In both situations and in both scenarios, right? I blame it on the mother, because my mother, I love my mother to death.
What circumstances there that you change a man's son's last name to the man you currently with?
I don't feel like that, because my brother didn't change his. He didn't change his last.
Is there a circumstance? Do you could you think of a circumstance where it'd be appropriate?
If the father is deceased, or if the father maybe like has a life sentence in jail, and he has absolutely had no contribution to the development physically, mentally, or financially to the child, maybe I could see that. But if I can see my dad on TV, if I've spoken to my dad, if I speak to my dad often, there's no reason that she should have changed that last name.
What if she just was mad?
That's whack. That's emotions. But that's
shouldn't that be chargeable? You should be able to charge somebody for doing that. You can't just change somebody's last name because you upset, because you feel like $7,000 a month ain't enough or whatever.
Well, listen, there's a lot of. I joked with the RZA last week, because I told him, I said, yo, when I first got my real estate license, one of my first clients was one of your baby mothers. And I didn't know at first. She was like, I get child support. I get $7,000 a month. And until I was ready to find her apartment, it said Robert Diggs. I'm like, that's the fucking RZA. And I found out that was the RZA's baby mother. Oh, so again, like, I do understand in some situations children are weaponized against dads. I don't know everyone's situation, and I don't try to get into that.
Right.
As a real estate agent, broker, agent at that time, broker now, I just care about, okay, cool. I got a client, they got the money, they can show how I can afford the apartment. I just care about closing the deal, right? I don't think about that. But that is something to think about.
Yeah.
Why are our men being and I don't know, because maybe it happens in the white or the Caucasian community. Maybe it happens in the Hispanic community. I don't know, because I'm not tapped in with that. I'm only tapped into us.
That bitch care everybody in the house.
Why does it seem like we are only weaponized when it comes to like these child support and these like custody things? Like, I think that shit is like really whack.
I was laughing a second ago because I clicked and seen that Thug made a post that said Sexy Red looked like, no, they got another call. One of his calls, he said, Sexy Red looked like she just clocked out of AutoZone.
Yeah, but
oh, shit. Hey, listen, Sexy Red is, everybody knows Sexy Red it look good, but I'm saying to say that is crazy though.
She's fuckable. Yeah,
that's crazy to say that though. Did you ever watch that video?
Crazy to say
that she clocked out of AutoZone.
I don't even know what that means, really, but it doesn't mean she was drinking antifreeze.
You got oil all over your motherfucking clothes. Your hair ain't done. You looking crazy.
Yeah,
look at Young Thug, something different, man. I know one thing. The Atlanta rap scene about to get a little different, so I ain't no telling. It look like JID. If I'm JID, I'm sitting back like shit. The throne is mine.
I ain't gonna lie. After I listened to JID's verse on Freddie Gibb album, and then I listened to JID's album, he is like, I have a controversial clip on that's on my Instagram that I did with the Don't Quote Me podcast. Shout out to Rain, shout out to Direct, and shout out to my dude MJ and all the other cast, right? That I said that I still think that 2 Chainz is the illest lyricist in the history of Atlanta rapping. And I saw Ray had Sci-Hi the other day, and I wasn't able to be there because I would have loved to be there to talk to him about that. But JID is slowly coming up in my list, because I listened to some JID shit, and he is really exceptional. He is a really exceptional.
And if you listen to him talk, he know his shit. Like, he a businessman type nigga.
Yeah.
He ain't no dummy. And he been all around the world too.
I like dudes like that. I like dudes that are creative, but also, have a degree of understanding about the business and how to navigate. And that sometimes, right? So why I started liking 2 Chainz is because it wasn't necessarily his music, but like, I'm a big fan of Larry June. So I started listening to Larry June, and I saw like him and 2 Chainz collaborated a lot. And then I started digging deep, and I'm like, yo, this nigga 2 Chainz is doing all these collab albums, Larry June, 2 Chainz, different people. I'm like, and then I heard he was doing the shit with Alchemist and Larry June, and it was Static Selector. I'm like, yo, you have to understand, Static Selector is an East Coast producer, right? Shout out to Static Selector, shout out to Scram Jones, my brothers, right? And I'm like, if an Atlanta nigga, no homo, is riding these East Coast beats like that means that he has a different understanding about lyrics and a different understanding about execution in hip hop. And that's why I was like, I gotta tap into him a little bit more, and I gotta listen to like a little bit more of what he's saying, a little bit more of what he's doing. And then when I did that, I'm like, yo, like everyone. So on this post, everyone's like, she got a big booty, so she got. I'm like, bro, like, you're judging him based off of a hook, but you're not diving into the lyrics. You're not diving into like all of these projects he's doing. And he has been over the last 50, and I talked to Tech about this. Shout out to Tech. Tech is 2 Chainz, like, manager, homie, whatever you want to call him, He's in there. And I said, bro, I said, nigga, Tech was like, yo, Jack, thank you for saying that, because you have said publicly what I've been trying to tell niggas for the last 15 years. I'm like, bro, this nigga 2 Chainz is different, bro. He's different. And we gotta pay homage. Yeah.
I definitely love 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz. I did want to ask you this though. Who you taking? Canelo or Crawford? Before you answer, let me tell you that Mike Tyson came out and said Canelo definitely wins this. But yesterday he changed his mind and said he learned something new.
I haven't been too tapped into the boxing thing, so I don't.
Well, let me ask you. The exhibition match. What's your feelings on Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather?
I think Mike is gonna knock Floyd the fuck out.
You think somebody actually gonna get knocked out at the exhibition?
Yeah. I mean, he may not try to, but I feel like Mike.
You think Mike got knock out on accident?
Listen. Mike got retard strength. You ever been around a nigga like a friend or a cousin that is retarded?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Mike got retard strength.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So you might not even think he gonna hit you with something. He hits you with something, you be like, and you wake up the next day like,
arguing all week that don't nobody want to see that. Like niggas at the party, like, don't nobody want to see that fight. I'm like, is you crazy? Everybody's tuning in. It's on Netflix.
I mean, everybody. I think it's in Atlanta. People's gonna be there.
You going?
I'm in Houston right now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing something different. I'm working. Shout out to Q the Problem. I'm out here with my bro Q the Problem. I'm working on music, but I got something that I want to talk about. Okay. I sent it to you. So there was a clip that I sent you. About actually, I gotta take a picture real quick. I'm gonna let you take it over. I'll be right back. I gotta take a leak.
Oh, okay. This is the kind of podcast where the co-host just gotta go take a piss mid-pod. Anyway, I don't know what this nigga was rambling about, but I'm trying to get the message across because this Charlie Kirk shit kind of got me. Motherfucker, had me a little upset, low key. Nigga, you got your headset on in the bathroom still? Oh yeah, definitely got a motherfucker remove you. Anyhow, long story short, I can't believe they left that gruesome ass video up there, man. Man gets shot in his neck. And if you go back and watch it, look at that dude in the green shirt standing right next to him. I'm telling you, I'm giving you some homework. Go to that, find a clip where you can see past Charlie and it's a dude in a green sweater. Insane where we at now with our politics, with our music, man. It just seemed like good old days is an actual thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good old days is an actual thing.
Okay, cool. So let me get back. Let me get back into what?
Oh, this question or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So I sent you a clip the other day, and I want to say this. Let me take my glasses off because I want to get really serious about this one. I'm gonna take my hat off too. So I sent Capone a clip the other day about that I saw on one of the media Instagrams. I think it was Queens Media, one of them, of a dude, a 15-year-old boy, like knocking his mom's out in Far Rockaway in Queens.
Holy shit.
And you know, I'm from Queens. I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens. And even though Far Rockaway, like they feel like they're like the sixth borough and they don't belong to Queens, like I just felt like this was so corny. This was so whack. This was so unnecessary. This is really sad on all standpoints because I feel like on a couple of different things. I feel like one, a son that is raised maybe by his mother. I don't know what his familiar situation is. I don't know what his dad is. that feels like he can raise his hand to his mom is crazy. Cause I ain't gonna lie. It was a couple of times in my life growing up that I felt like I wanted to do that to my moms, but I knew I would have had to feel the wrath of my brother and my sister, my big brother and sister, right? So that kind of like detoured me from that, or anyone else in my family. And I just don't understand like how a 15-year-old feels like he get like they say he stalled on his mom's, bro. And I feel like if that would have happened in Baisley, that nigga would have got his ass whooped every day for probably a month, and not even, no older niggas would have fucked with him, but like just like, come on, bro, we don't like.
It's a
Men,
new way.
Whereas black men, or whereas black boys, do y'all niggas feel like this shit is cool to like if your mom don't do something that you feel like she wants you to do, and you stall on your moms, my nigga.
Listen, I just seen a clip similar to that where they arrested a bunch of these kids at a school. These niggas all 13, 14. And they all posting at the crib with guns, talking about what they gonna do to each other. Now they done arrested some. I mean, it's just the parenting, man. The parents from the generation under, I feel like under my generation, but I ain't, I know some niggas my age too doing some fuck shit. So I ain't gonna just put that on the younger generation. It's just the way that times are. It's just nobody cares about anything. This phone's so important. You go to the bathroom, you're on the phone. You eat, you're on the phone. You're on your way to work, you're on the phone. You at work, you're on the phone. You're on your podcast, you're on the phone. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way the life is, man. It's these motherfuckers then took over, and then reason why I brought it up is because what you see on your phone is what you start to mimic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people start to mimic, and that's why porn and fuck the game up. You used to come through and just be able to do the regular stroke on a motherfucker. Now you got the porn world fucking your night up. It's just like the internet then fucked everything up, man. You can't be average or nothing no more because they got the best way to do it in a 5-minute clip on YouTube. Now niggas is mechanics. Nigga with a wrench and a hammer is a mechanic now because of YouTube.
You're right. I mean, I agree totally with you saying, because the internet fucked everything up. It fucked music up. It fucked the familiar situation up. It fucked relationships up, right? But at the same time, I feel like that there are enough of us that care, us included, and other people that like I feel like I want to go to I'm gonna probably go to New York at the beginning of October. Like, I want to talk to this little dude, like, bro, like, what are you going through? Because listen, to play devil's advocate, because that's my problem, because I always like look at both sides of the picture. And I know that like when the times in my life that I felt like I wanted to raise my hand at my mom's, it was because I was frustrated. My dad died. Or they were going, well, maybe the first time that I ever felt like I wanted to raise my hand at my mom's, my dad and my mom were going through it, and I didn't understand her perspective, but I understood his perspective because of the limited time that I had with him. He voiced his perspective. My mother wasn't really a talkative person, and she was just like, nigga, you gonna do what the fuck I tell you, and she didn't take the time to explain the perspective, right? So to give this little guy the benefit of the doubt, I don't know if he's getting leadership or if someone is like giving him a perspective that he can, for whatever reason, I don't know what happened, but for whatever reason it happened, I cannot say, hey, that should not have happened, because we don't know what happened. We don't know what caused that. We just know what we saw, the aftermath. That is a 15-year-old hitting his moms. We don't know if she could have a dude in there that's abusing him. Anything can happen. We don't know all the details of that, but we just saw the aftermath, right? So the first question that I will always ask is, well, bro, why did you feel like you need to do this, or why did this happen? Like, what is going on? Like, tell me what's happening. Listening to him, hearing what he has to say, and then you can really draw an inference and say whether you feel like it's justifiable or not. But I think the bigger picture or the bigger message for this is that, you know, we as black men, we as leaders, I know that, like I said, there's been times in my life that I felt like I wanted to do a similar thing to my mother, and my life is probably not half as bad as some of these dudes out here are. I feel like we have to start vocalizing that, and we have to start like tapping in with the youth and really like
every man should be
being there for them
affecting
and
10
being
to 15 other young
system.
men. If you're not affecting 10 to other 15, let me ask you this. Do you
to
go
try
out
to
your
prevent
way,
like these things from happening?
do you go out your way to influence
That's
young men?
just my humble opinion.
Can you hear me? Hello?
I can't hear you, Capone. I don't know what's going on with your mic.
Can you hear me?
Cannot hear you.
I don't know what the fuck.
All right, guys. So Capone got something going on with his mic, and while he figures that out, I don't know if anybody got any questions.
Yo,
I don't see any questions in the chat.
Yo.
What the fuck is going on with your mic, Capone?
Can you hear me? Yeah. Yo.
I don't know what's happening with Capone's mic, guys. But until he figures it out, I'm gonna come up with I'm gonna do what Capone would do, right? I'm gonna come up with a quote, some type of because we kind of like at the end of our stream anyway, right? And I still can't hear you, Capone. I don't know what's going on with Capone's shit. But I'm gonna come up with a I don't know, Capone. It must be that Flint water out there or something. Capone is in Michigan, so you know it's the water. He's not here with us. I'm in Houston right now. I'm gonna leave you guys with a quote. Okay, cool. So this is a quote that all right, cool. So this is a quote from Leonardo da Vinci. Tears come from the heart and not from the brain. I'm gonna leave y'all on that. We ain't even gotta hold on. Capone's coming back. Are you coming back, Capone?
Can you hear me?
We still can't hear you, Capone. Are you here?
I don't know what.
Okay.
Yo,
listen. We left you with a quote. We want to thank you guys for tuning in to Bite the Topic. This is 21. We're changing some things, so if you see that we're a little irregular in our posting, please forgive us. We're trying to get better for you guys. Well, we're not trying. We are getting better for you guys. As you can see, I got a new mic. I look crispy. You can see like how sharp I look. Capone is working on that too. We're working on some things. So like we appreciate everybody like that is tapping in, everybody that is supporting us. Please like, share, comment, save our post, repost it. We like to talk. And if it's something that you want to talk about, please hit us up, Bite the Topic at Gmail. Hit my DM, hit Capone's DM, hit both of the Bite the Topic emails, hit the Is History email. Like we here. We want to listen to what you guys have to say and tap in with what your thoughts are, and we all gonna win together. Trust me, if anybody ain't gonna tell you it, Jackie's gonna tell you it. We out here. Peace.
Hey, big dog. What you want?
I sell out this wood, we just roll 5. Be out the way, step to me, then you gon' die. I make profit off the bag cause I sell my. I really hustle hard, man, I'm tired of these damn lies. They be like, damn, baby, keep what the fuck you on. Somewhere chillin', sitting back, just smoking on strong. I can give a fuck about these niggas, get the fuck on. Saying that it's problems, but you acting like I don't know. care about the money.